all right, when we look at our sheet, so we need three observations, okay, keeping our discussion from the bell ringer in mind. So I need you guys to write down 3 observations. So again, information that you're obtaining with your senses about this object. So just write some stuff down that you can gather from this object, okay? Meantime, we also need to keep our lab safety things in mind. So I'll kind of get some things situated here. I appreciate you guys not sharing your ideas out loud, because that can absolutely influence other people in the class. Alright, so is everybody good so far? Okay. Wyatt, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, did you write down your 3 observations?
Yeah.
Okay. So our next part here, so when we're writing hypothesis statements, 3 words in our hypothesis statements are gonna help us to make sure that our hypothesis statements are strong and that they're valid and that they have enough information. So those 3 words, right? If, then, because. So we're gonna use a little bit of our information from number 3 to help us write our hypothesis statement for number 2. Okay, so I know that we're not quite to number 3 yet, but we need to, you know, kind of look ahead just a little bit to kind of help us write out number 2. So if Miss Boyd, or you can call me teacher, instructor, you know, what have you, if I touch a match to the top of this object, then what do you think is going to happen? So don't say it out loud, but go ahead and like put it on your paper. So if Miss Boyd touches a match to the top of the object, then it seem like the because part might be like a well, yeah, duh kind of thing. Like, right, it's going to be very straightforward as to your thought process right now. So, right, so if I touch the match to the top of this object, then, you know, whatever you think is going to happen, and that is going to happen because, and that is a good, strong hypothesis statement if you have all 3 of those things. You with me? All right, you got that all written down? Is it on there? Mm-hmm. You know what they say about seeing and believing. So while people are finishing up, yeah, keep writing. I'm just gonna kind of go over some safety things because that's what we just got done with, right, is lab safety. So what are some things that I've done to prepare and also to make sure that since we're gonna be dealing with matches that everything's good. So what do you notice? Somebody raise your hand that's done with those 2 things. What do you think, Caitlin?
You pulled your hair out?
Yes, my hair's up. My hair's out of the way. Yep, for some of my morning classes I had it down purposefully, but just as a time saver, yeah, I already have it up, ready to go, out of the way. What else? What do you think? What else have we done? Or what else could I do?
Your lanyard.
Oh, absolutely. We need to get this out of the way. While this is very good for making sure I don't lock myself out of my room, for situations like this, yeah, we need to get that out of the way. That's a little too dangly. There's a little too much. Okay, what else?
Maybe close to water in case fire.
Excellent thought. So, I'm going to do something that's comparable or equivalent to that, but yeah, so anytime that you're dealing with matches or fire of any kind, it's never a bad idea to have a container of water nearby so that way you can quickly extinguish it. What I'm gonna do is once I light this match, and after I touch it to the top here, I'm gonna make sure that it's out, and then I'm gonna put it in the sink. Okay, that way there's nothing in there that's flammable. The embers of the match can burn out, right? Because we don't want to put that match directly in the trash, right? We don't want that to happen. Because I don't know 100% what's in that trash can, and there could be things there that are flammable or could be fuel to the flames, like if we had something with hand sanitizer on it and that hand sanitizer was evaporating, right? That would, recipe for disaster. So we'll just put the matches in the sink or a container of water in either way, that would work. Anything else? Right, usually my desk is one giant paper bomb, and today, right, we've got this area cleaned out. I do have a paper sitting here, but it's on my metal clipboard, so, you know, that would be very easy to take care of, and, you know, the likelihood of anything here, so this is an open area. Anything else that you guys can think of? Yep, yep, we got that. How about, yeah, we'll be extra safe today. All right, so is everybody ready for number 3? Okay, so for number 3, we only need 2 observations this time. So, let's see how this works. All right, so if I touch a match to the top of this object, what happens? All right. Go ahead and take your observations. So what do we see? What's happening? So we just need 2 observations for this one. So what do we see occurring? For the conclusion, and I'll know that you guys are done whenever your pencils are down, whenever you're ready for number 4. So for this last part, for the conclusion, I need everybody's eyes up here. And I don't know, it's kind of the end of the day. I don't know. Are you guys a little hungry? I don't know. I might be a little bit. Are you guys with me? Yeah. I need your eyes up here. Zara? Need your eyes up here, hon. Okay, Mariska, you with me? Wyatt, you with me? Okay, because this conclusion might blow your mind.
Did you see the candle?
Was it a candle?
I want to answer. I think that was a candle.
All right, so hold on. Okay, so couple things. So, all right, first and foremost, right? Observations versus inferences. So, okay, first, do not change anything on your paper. Keep everything on your paper as you have it. That's very important for this process, okay? Because your predictions and your hypothesis statements, they can be wrong. I honestly, for our assignments, I prefer them to be wrong, so that way you have a lot to add to your writing for your conclusion, right? So, if you had anything on your paper initially about wax, if you used the word candle, now, if you had said that there was a wick, then that one could count as an observation. But if you said anything about what the wick was made of, those are all inferences, right? So it's one thing whenever we discuss the bell ringer to say, okay, well, this is what this is, here's an example, but now all of you kind of have a better understanding of how easy it can be to mix up observations and inferences, right? Because it is easy to do if you're not conscientious of it, right? Another thing, this, whether it be frustration or just like, what, that you feel right now, that's real science, okay? So scientists can spend their whole lives searching for answers, and they end up with more questions, right? We only have so much information and so much that we can use to get, like, the observations and the information that we can obtain. We only have like a portion of it. We don't get like the whole picture. So that like frustration and curiosity that you guys have, that's real. That's science. Okay? So I know that it's going to bother you, so I will tell you what it is here momentarily, but in the meantime, I want you to honestly write down your conclusion, so what happened, okay? And tell me whether or not your hypothesis was correct or not, so you could give me a yes, no, or maybe your hypothesis was partially correct. Maybe part of it was right, so then tell me that. So, yeah, just finish these out. I do want you to turn them in. I want to give you guys, some credit for participating with us today and for kind of following along with everything. So, all right, other than what was it made of? Does anybody have any questions, comments, or